The final Six Nations squad is here, and that is right, it is the Irish. I've got the flag behind me. I apologise about the Irish flag thing, that's the only one I could find. Hopefully you can forgive me. But I don't have my Ireland shirt, that's in the wash, so I've just got the Scotland World Cup one because you played Scotland in the World Cup. That's my logic. Anyway, this is a good strong squad. Let's have a look. So, starting us off, as usual, with the props, we have Tadhg Furlong, Finlay Bealham, Tom O'Toole, Andrew Porter, Jeremy Loughman and Cian Healy. Really unsurprising there. You've got all your big names. I don't think there's a single debutant in the Ireland squad. They've got a couple of, what did they call them? Training panellists, which I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I'll cover that in a minute. But there's your props. Solid. Some of the best props in the world there. Really unsurprising. As we move on to the hookers, again, a solid choice of hookers. Rob Herring, Ronan Kelleher, Dan Sheehan and Tom Stewart. Some really good players in there. Tom Stewart has been performing well for Ulster for a few years now. He was top scorer last year. Sheehan, Herring and Leinster, we all know what they're about as well. Most of these players, we all know everything about them and all know how good they are. Moving on to the second rows, Ian Henderson, Tadhg Byrne, Joe McCarthy and James Ryan. Yeah, again, amazing locks there for Ireland. The Irish pack's, I'd argue, the second best pack in the world. I think the South Africans probably have a better pack, but Ireland's backs are better. If you've ever watched me before, you know I think that Ireland is the best team in the world, and I will stand by that. And then moving on to the back rows, at captain, Peter O'Mahony, Josh van der Fleer, Caelan Doris, Jack Conan, Nick Timoney and Ryan Baird. Peter O'Mahony is captain. Yeah, I can see it. I personally predicted Ringrose, but O'Mahony, I'm not gonna argue with that. He's a solid player for Ireland, and I think he'll be a good captain. And again, Van der Fleer, Doris, Conan, Timoney and Baird, all very, very good players. Van der Fleer recently won Player of the Year for 2022, I believe. So, one of the best there is out there. And we all know, they're all tearing it up in the URC. So there's your forwards. Furlong, Bealham, O'Toole, Porter, Loughman, Healy, Herring, Kelleher, Sheehan, Stewart, Henderson, Byrne, McCarthy, Ryan, O'Mahony, Van der Fleer, Doris, Conan, Timoney and Baird. And moving on to the backs now, at scrum half we have Gibson Park, Craig Casey and Connor Murray. Yep. Connor Murray, I wasn't sure if he'd still be in, but he is. He still gets in. Gibson Park and Casey, completely agree there. Yeah, they've all been outstanding this season. At fly half, you've got Jack Crawley and Harry Byrne. I half expected to see Billy Burns in from Ulster. I thought he's been pretty good recently, but obviously not. I think the fly half's the weakest point for Ireland. I'm not saying either of those two players are bad. We all know how good they are, but they've got massive boots to fill from Johnny Sexton. And both of them are not, what you see from them compared to some of the other top level 10s, for the level of this team. But there's not many teams with a solid 10. I'd only argue there's only one team with a world class, top 5 in the world 10. But yeah. Looking at centres, we have Kieran Frawley, Robbie Henshaw, Bundy Aki, Gary Ringrose and Stuart McCloskey. Again, completely agree with all of them. All of them are outstanding. As I said, I thought Gary Ringrose might get captain, but not. Bundy Aki was an outstanding player, was on the shortlist for Player of the Year last year, although Ardie Savea won it. And then for your back three, we have Hugo Keeman, Jacob Stockdale, James Lowe, Calvin Nash and Jordan Larmour. Obviously Matt Hansen is injured. Again, Who's going to fill up that other wing? Will Stockdale fill it up? The other two will probably also have a shout. So there's your back. So we have Gibson Park, Casey, Murray, Crawley, Byrne, Frawley, Henshaw, Aki, Ringrose, McCloskey, Keegan, Stockdale, Lowe, Nash and Lorimer. That's a strong side from Ireland. I can't complain with that. That's tough. I think I've said before, second slam incoming. Just please don't beat Scotland too badly. And if you're going to have a bad game, have it in the last game against Scotland. But no, there's your Ireland squad. Very, very strong. That's all I can really say. Very strong. Thank you very much for watching. There's all the Six Nations squads done. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow with stuff with Challenge and Champions, looking at what each team needs and what the things for each pool is for going through. Then we've got the rounds and then a week off. Then it's the Six Nations. So let's go. I cannot wait. I bet you guys can't either. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you legends later.